Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Cape Town Sevens World Cup. This one, Argentina versus France. The winner of this will finish fifth. The loser of this match, they will finish sixth. We have just seen South Africa. They are finishing seventh for the Cape Town Sevens. And also, Samoa have got themselves number 8 looking through at the starting lineup. First of all, for Rodrigo Isgro, it's going to be him at number 1. Or for Argentina, I should say, Rodrigo Isgro, the first man there, De La Vega, Jermaine Schultz, Vetterfeld, Luciano Gonzalez, Usachuk, and also Gaston Ravol. Still no Marcus Maneta in the starting lineup. Then for the French, it will be Capella, Mignot, also Veridamu, Nelson Epi. He has very quick feet, can create magic when he gets a bit of space. Iragua, Paulin Reva, and also JP Barak. The last man in the starting lineup. Blitzbox rolled out. The F1 finished in 7th position, says Nathan. And then, yeah, I think the home crowd, they appreciated the fact that the Blitzbox went out there and they showed what they wanted to do throughout the rest of the competition. Yes, it didn't work out for them, and they did finish 7th in the end, but it was still a very good performance up against the Samoans, who do seem to struggle when it comes to playoff games. You can see there JC Pretorius. He is still in tears walking around the side of the field. He gets a hug from one of the trainers for South Africa. Vamos Pumas, says Nathan there. Yeah, do let me know your score predictions for this match, ladies and gentlemen, between Argentina and the French. But France will be kicking off this match. It is going to be going high to the near side of the field. Nicely taken by Vetterfeld. Looking to the short side, Sujuk. He's got brilliant feet, and he's going to be a star in the future for them. Luciano Gonzalez now off the Vetterfeld. Does the big bump off. Got rid of JP Barak there. Argentina having all the possession so far throughout the first 20 seconds. Something we actually saw the Fiji Island women's side do tremendously well. They had a whole half where the opposition weren't able to make a single pass. Counter-ruck from France, though, doesn't work out for them. And Argentina will take the quick tap. Suchuk goes off to Luciano Gonzalez. Now Jermaine Schultz has the man on the outside. He's actually gone for the kick in behind, and it hasn't worked out. Has gone instead over the touchline. Or out of bounds, as the commentator has said. Veridamu hands that ball back for the line out. It looks like there are quite a few plastic cups in the background. I know that the cup snake, the goal, I believe, was to make it 100 meters by the end of the 3 days after day one. They found themselves sitting about 40 meters. So hopefully they have been able to reach their goals. Now it will be Iragua. Goes back across the Rewa as the first receiver here. Now nice there from JP Barak. He's knocked the ball on though. And Luciano Gonzalez has been able to clean it up. Iragua doing very nicely with those legs. Driving forward. Just building up a little bit more momentum for the Pumas. It's another high tackle there. And the discipline is lacking from a majority of these sides in the final session. I think it's just the fact that they have accepted that they're going to be either 6th or 7th or 5th or 3rd or 4th, or maybe not 3rd or 4th. The medal is still on the line. But everyone else seems to have accepted the fact that at the end of the day, you're still up to that point and you want to be able to get that last little hurdle crossed. Sometimes these players do get a bit burned out by the final day. Jermaine Schultz, nice pass. Gaston Ravol does slip over. Ball still available. Jermaine Schultz now running it hard. Tackled there by Veridamu. Now once again around the side. That's going to be slapped down by JP Barak. Double blow of the whistle here. And he's going to be going to the bin. Unfortunately, the discipline of France is letting them down. The first 2.5 minutes, they have not really had an attacking opportunity. And it may remain that way because now it is going to be Argentina who have got themselves a quick tap from 10 meters out. Rodrigo Isgro gets close. France trying to defend. But with 6 minutes, always going to be a challenging aspect. Now Isutsuk goes across the middle. Good low tackle on him by Iragua. Penalty now to Argentina once again. I believe it was for 3 being offside, which would have been Veridamu. Now ball on the outside. Ravol gives it to Vetterfeld, and he goes in for the first try of the match for Los Pumas. A great start to the contest. All position and all territory, and now Vetterfeld scores his 3rd try of the Rugby World Cup Sevens, and also the try for Argentina, says Nathan. So, yeah, very good start to the match for the Argentines. I believe they closed out as the favourites for this contest, maybe about, I believe, $1.30 to the $3 that France were paying. But really, either of these sides have got the potential of being able to win this contest, which is what makes it so intriguing. But we did find out that South Africa won 35 points to 5. Also alongside that, a little bit earlier on, we did see the win for, I believe the last men's match was actually England. They were able to get the win over Uruguay. Now a different South American side, and the Argentines trying to make sure they can get the job done. It's gone up high, nicely taken by Mignot. And also Argentina, let's go, you boys in blue and white. Says Aiden, now Veridamu passes it across. One more to Irigua. Now Riva. Nice pass again to Veridamu. Ball on the outside, Mignot. It seems like the first real attacking urgency has come through for France now as they sit on the halfway line. 3 minutes left of the first half. We go through Nelson Epi. Nice step there. Mignot on the outside. It's being driven backwards and a great tackle by Luciano Gonzalez. Now Veridamu once again just picking that ball up, waiting for the one-on-one, grabs Gonzalez by the collar and says, I'm going to go straight over the top of you, son. But he's knocked the ball on in the process, or at least his teammate did. So now it is going to be France once again, giving away either a handling error or a penalty. Argentina this time now with the scrum feed. 2 minutes 30 left of this contest. Off the bench, they have got Legal, Perez, Hoyard, Triabal, and Grandidia. So a very good bench for France. Marcos Maneta, Fraga, Tobias Wade, Lavayen, and also Rosetto, the men coming off the bench for the Argentines. Like they are saying, still plenty of rugby to come. I believe there are 4 more matches that are going to be taking place. We are covering 3 out of the 4 of them on the Kiwi Lads channel. Now going to be fired back across once again. A Suchuk done nicely there. One more quickly recycled. Good work there. Rodrigo Isgro does take the contact counter ruck from France, and they get it back. Mignot, just no space down the short side to be able to work. Vetterfeld's knocked the ball on the ground as well, but they have set play on. Now back across to Riva. Now nice attack and run. That's going to be forward out of the hands, but they do allow it. And it's going to be now the try for France. I would go back and have another look at that one if I was the touch judge. But they are going to say it is the try, and it is going to be awarded. Currently, the South African commentator here saying you got to look at that last pass. What we're going to see here, did it drift forward? It sure did, but it is called as regular. It's a straight, flat pass, they've said. And forward pass refs says Nathan there as well. So that is going to be the try for France. That gets them back into the contest as well. Could be a massive moment in the game as they have now taken the lead, whereas it could have been an Argentine scrum sitting somewhere around 40 metres out. JP Barak, though, he'll be relatively happy with that one working out the way that it did with him getting the kick over. And now a little bit of time off, they have said. Currently 35 seconds left in this first half. We've seen a lot more carries from Argentina. They've made some precise passes in the process as well. One try apiece for these two sides playing off for 5th place. The tackling percentage of France has been a lot higher, 92% tackle completion rate. Now nicely taken by Rodrigo Isgro. Now continuing to drive forward very nicely. Riva able to get the turnover. It's a knock on. That time they have seen it. And now Argentina are going to have themselves the scrum feed. I believe that time it was actually in a number 12. We haven't seen too much of in this game. Capello, I'm going to slightly slouch down, ladies and gentlemen, as this chair is starting to get very uncomfy. I'm probably going to go for a little walk around my house once this game is over before we get to the next match, just to straighten out the spine a little bit. Now, Riva will be hoping to get will be hoping to get his side over the line here. Currently have a 2-point lead for the French. Another scrum reset, which is something we have seen. And if Argentina lose this game, it's all because of the poor refs, says Aiden. Although we have seen a lot of questionable decisions from referees throughout the Sevens world. And I think it's just a case of you win some, you lose some in terms of those refereeing decisions. Some teams, they do get the advantage a little bit, but other teams, every once in a while they will get their decision, go their way also. Puts the ball in now for Gastien Revol. A lot of pressure there. Hermain Schultz. In fact, it is going to be number 2 running his way forward. Santiago Verafeld. Now across, Rodrigo Isgro starts to run hard. Iragua with a brilliant low tackle on him. Now it is going to be De La Vega. Little knock on the ground. They've seen that one too. And that is going to be half time between these two sides for France and Argentina. I actually learned earlier on when I was on YouTube, because I do try and go on it in between live streams, even though I don't really get much of a chance. It's like a 3-minute break. But I do see there are about 50, or maybe not 50, but at least 10 live streams actually showing the match for the Sevens, which is actually quite surprising. But anyone who does want to be able to watch it, if you do want to watch it for free, I highly recommend checking out any of those live streams to be able to see all of the action. Definitely when it comes to those finals, I will completely understand if you guys do want to watch it where you can see it live rather than just the live commentary. One moment, I'm going to go Rugby World Cup Sevens live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's at least 7 of the matches actually being shown. So yeah, do check those out if you do want to see all of the action of the day. Hopefully they don't get taken down by YouTube by the time the final's going, or else that will annoy a lot of people. And more than likely we will have a lot of people yelling at us, saying that we were the reason that they get taken down, because apparently we do all the copyright. I've been told that before, actually, on a live stream. They were like, why do you stop other people from streaming? And I go, I have no control over these things. So please, Argentina, please don't stuff up my multi. I've only got 4 leagues to go, says Aiden there. So Argentina, they need to win this game, I assume, Aiden, for them to be able to get there. And it's all good, Hamish, if you want to lay back. Appreciate your live commentaries, my guy, solid works, says Nathan in there. Currently only 1 hour and 10 minutes away from the women's final, and then the men's final just a little bit later. The New Zealanders will both be in action, which is going to be absolutely awesome to see how they do end up going. That one has not gone the 10, but France taking it nicely. I believe it was Rabal down that wing decided to go after him. In fact, it was Capella who did get that one very nicely. Now Riva fires it across to Uruguay. Now in the midfield, great step forward, trying to find that offload. It didn't quite work out, though, for France. Now Argentina have got this ball back as Achuk does do nicely. Oh, he's dropped the ball, and now it's going to be the advantage for France. I think Argentina, I think De La Vega was trying to ask to go back for the other penalty, or in fact the other knock on, but they did say that it was a long enough advantage. Right, another stop of the whistle. It is going to be a couple more changes being made, but the next game that we are covering, I believe it is Australia versus Ireland, and that game has taken place at 5:25 a.m. New Zealand time. So in about 30 minutes or so. So anyone who hasn't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you do want to catch our action for that one. Then after that, there's actually quite a break. I didn't realize this, but between that game and the next game, Australia versus New Zealand, there's about a maybe 30-minute break, or about 20 at least minute break in there. So that will probably be when our Fiji versus New Zealand one does go up on the channel for the preview that we did of that match. Now it's going to be available at the back for Luciano Gonzalez, doing it very nicely there. Now Perez gets over the ball. It's another advantage going the way of Argentina. And what's that advantage? It's not long enough, says Aiden. Normally for a knock on, it's literally one pass and that advantage is over. So yeah, I think they made about 2 or 3. So then the referee did say it was gone, but it was a very fast one. I think that was just because of the backline speed that we saw from Argentina getting the ball out wide a lot more effectively. Now 5.5 minutes left. Okay, Argentina just saying that there's something going on at scrum time. They feel the French maybe playing a little bit dirty when it comes to those scrums. Last 6 errors, we have seen 5 from France, 1 from Argentina. Both sides bind. And they do collide for the scrum. Nicely taken off the back there for Argentina. Verafeld does very well to stretch out long to get that one back onto the side of the Pumas. Great run forward now. Rodrigo Isgro gets close for Argentina. Now fires it back across. As it shook, goes across one more. Now into the midfield. That time it is going to be the number 10, Tobias Wade, taking down. Another penalty goes the way of Argentina. Vamos Pumas, says Nathan there. Another quick tap taken, slipping over, though unfortunately did cost them, but it's another advantage. That is for Legal, this time being offside. Luciano Gonzalez reaches out, hands over the line with the ball, and that is going to be the try for Argentina. Very nicely done. Near the start of the second half, he might have hurt himself in the process, though. In fact, it looks like a shoulder dislocation maybe for Gonzalez, or he's at least done something to maybe some of the nerves in the top of there. He just absolutely stretched out completely there, Luciano Gonzalez, and just manages to get the ball over the line. Might have done some real damage to that shoulder in the process. What happens here? I'm going to have a look. Yeah. It's just the way that he fell. He fell awkwardly, kind of twisting in the motion, which wouldn't have felt too nice from our Blitzbox. Disappointed us hardcore this time. Says not your everyday cultist. And the worst thing is they had an absolutely brilliant game up against Samoa, winning 35 points to 5, but they just chose the wrong game to come alive, really. And only 3 points isn't good enough right now. Says Aiden also, Vamos Pumas. And damn it, come on, he's not converting that. Says Aiden in there, yeah, only 3 points difference, although now Rewa, he's got the man with him. Perez on his outside, gives it off to him. He's dropped the ball, and a big mistake made there by France. It might have been a match-saving one, though, for the Pumas. Now, we are about to make his way out onto the field. Perez, he's only just made his way out onto the park, so he'll be disappointed not to be able to hang on to that ball the way that he needed to. Riva, he went straight through the middle. Brilliant run forward from the French number 6. Got the ball off to Perez. It was just a little bit behind him, but as a professional sevens player, you should be taking that every day of the week. Please, Argentina, do this for us. Says not your everyday cultist. Now 3 minutes 15 left of the second half. Big push from France. Good hands in the end from Tobias Wade. No. And now fired across. Going to be the young number 6 going on the outside. Good tackle made on him. And that was Grandidier, who was able to make the tackle there. Vetterfeld passes it across. Bit of a penalty there going the way of Argentina. And also Hamish wins the final South Africa time. Says not your everyday culture. So the final SA time will be at 8:54 p.m. And then the women's final, if you're after that as well, will be at 8:17 p.m. South African time. A nice early morning start for us in New Zealand. In exactly 2 hours' time, the final will be kicking off between New Zealand and Fiji. That's going to be a massive game. We are going to still be awake at that point in time. Until then, we have just got the 3 more live streams left on the channel. We've also got a couple of videos, I believe, coming out later on today. Not just the preview of the Fiji versus New Zealand match. We may even have a review of that contest. And then alongside that, also, we will be having our prediction for the Springboks and the All Blacks, maybe. We will try our absolute best, get both of those done. We did film the All Blacks one a bit earlier on in the evening, but there were a few technical difficulties, I guess we could say, to do with Rugby Itch's microphone. Okay, scrum will line out. Believe Argentina will choose the one that uses up more time, and it's a slightly safer option, which is the scrum. And Morning Hamish just got up from work. At what time our boys and girls in action? So it is going to be 6:17 a.m. New Zealand time for New Zealand versus Australia for the women, and 6:54 a.m. New Zealand time for the match between New Zealand and Fiji. 1 minute 20 left on the clock now. Argentina have got themselves a 3-point lead. This ball is actually going to be fed in by France rather than Argentina, so they've still got a last-minute crack to try and get themselves back into the contest. It's nicely done at the Grandidier, trying to break through the tackles, getting wrestled closer and closer to the touchline, but manages to anchor himself down to not be forced out. Now fire back across. Going to be nice work from Legal. Ball on the inside to the big man at number 3 for France. Legal once again goes across. Viridamu goes now one more to Perez. Tries to step, finds the offload up. Interesting choice from Grandidia there. He was actually in front of the man, so he wasn't able to make the pass. That was one of those little moments that could cost France slightly. Nice ball to Raval. These are great passes because all of these ones are going just in front of the French players. Now, wide cut out pass. That's going to be a deliberate knockdown. Could even be a yellow card, but JP Barak does go down. Oh, he's hit his head. He does not look too flashed at the moment. They are going to be going back. Double blow of the whistle, and it is going to be a yellow card against Argentina. And hey, dude, says the Ninja Dude, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. 15 seconds left on the clock, and France looking to win this game very late in the game. Tobias Wade, they have said has gone off, but it's actually the number 5. Here's Augustin Fraga. It's been taken off the scrum feed for France now. Okay, I don't think the coach is happy with the decision to go for the scrum there rather than going for the kick. And please hold on, says Aiden there. So who else is in your multi-Aiden other than Argentina? Because you mentioned you've still got 4 legs to go. So which is the other legs that you have got for yourself? Now Perez about to put this ball in, the last chance for France. They get themselves a drop kick. Now we go to golden point, but I don't think they'll be looking at that option. They'll be looking to score a try and get themselves 5th on the overall table. Going short side. Perez, one more on the outside. JP Barak scores it. And he's dropped it backwards and he's knocked it on. That's the end of the game. Argentina win. What a mistake by JP Barak. And that's just cost them the place. And that is a massive, monumental mistake. The 2 finals and the women's French team, says Aiden. And New Zealand lost against Australia, says the Ninja Dude. They do indeed. Well, they did indeed on France and Los Pumas, says Spider-Mick. I cannot quite believe that one. The coach will be looking to throw his toys out of the cot here because that was a massive, massive error from JP Barak. He got too confident. All he needed to do was put the ball down. He was over the line, but he wasted that extra half a second, and it did end up costing them 6th. Or it made them get 6th place rather than the 5th. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back at approximately, when is our next one? Our next live stream is going to be at 5:25 a.m. New Zealand time. So be sure to check that one out. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all for the next one.